Bam, damn, a damn Alabama fan and proud of it. Gump Nation forever, brother.
Namath again faking, quickly finds his target.
Now cuts in. He's at the 40-yard line. He's at the 30.
Quick drop throws in the end zone.
Each number represents an expectation, a challenge that only a championship tradition can issue.
Pressure. Anders hits him. The ball is loose.
Alabama, here comes a heat. Cornelius Bennett. Whoa, did he get lit up?
It is an endless passing of the torch that urges the wearer to enrich his legacy.
Brings pressure up the middle in a hurry. They can't get away from Gunter.
Alexander first down and more. Richardson breaks free on the sideline. Turns at corner. Can you say goodbye?
Because at Alabama, tradition is not retired. It is built.
How would Paul Bryant like you to remember?
I'd like for people to remember me as being a winner, because I ain't never been nothing but a winner.
Alabama defeats Miami. Colleagues has succeeded.
This is not the end. This is the beginning.
Roll Tide, everybody. Roll Tide. Great to see everybody up in here tonight. It is awesome. And just in case y'all missed it, we are Bam Dam, a damn Alabama family, and proud of it. Gut Nation forever, brothers and sisters. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And before we get started right quick, I want to give a big shout out and prayers for AT. He's down in this little sick right now, and anybody that can, please pray for him and help our brother. He needs our prayers. Jimmy Clay, good to see you up in here, sir. Welcome, brother. Welcome. You know you're always welcome. If I'm not mistaken, we got 4 days of women's softball. I think it's 4 days from today. Oh, I cannot wait. Let's get it on. We got it. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But let me bring my brother on right quick. Let me bring on the Reverend Phil So Good. William, come on down, sir.
I want everybody to think here for a second. How much does this game mean to you? Because if it means something to you, you can't stand still. You understand? You play fast. You play strong. You go out there and dominate the guy you're playing against and make his ass quit. That's our trademark. That's our MO to the team.
How's it going, William? Oh, I see the sleeve there, brother. I see it. If I ain't mistaken, that says Bam Dam Sports on it. Love the shirt, brother. I think I got one just like it. I think I got one just like it right there, brother. Roll Tide, man. Good to see you up here.
Good to be here, man. I'm glad to know that I am 4 foot above ground. I had a little bout with a Miss Rona there came to visit me last Thursday, but I am fine and dandy right now. Fine and dandy. Go ahead.
Roll Tide. I know you don't keep up with it very much, but I guarantee before this year is over with, you're going to start watching some Alabama softball. These girls are bad to the bone. Mm-hmm. Man, they're just fun. I love watching them. Fundamental plays. I mean, the double plays, everything they do. Fundamental. It's like you're out there trying to coach these girls. And we have so much depth this year. It's going to be amazing, y'all. If anybody out there, when y'all rewatch this, y'all get a chance, y'all need to follow Alabama softball this year. Seriously. This 29 team, it's going to be badass. I promise y'all. Oh, let me do this real quick. Dang it, y'all got me cussing already. Let me do this real quick. I'm sorry. Lord have mercy. I get wound up. I apologize, y'all. I get wound up. I can't help it. But here it is right on top of my head, right where it needs to be. This is going to be great. I mean, how's everything going with you, William?
Doing great there. We got a man in the field there that's that's in touch with the softball team and the different girls too. There, Jimmy Clay, brother. Keep right on there with them there and interviewing them. I loved watching them.
Yeah. I hope we can. I think Jimmy's got a little surprise he's trying to work on. It's going to take some time. I ain't going to say nothing. Okay. I ain't going to put it out there. because it might not work out. So
Okay.
I don't want to get nobody's hopes up. But Jimmy Clay's working on something for us and for the girls, and we'll see if we can do something about it. It'd be great if it does. But as y'all see up here on the title, make it a double, which we've already done that. I'm going to top mine off again.
Oh, yeah.
But Grubb or Grubb Worm. We got everybody else talking about Grubb. So you know us old men. We like coming in here and kind of break it down, get real with people. And that's basically what we're going to be doing tonight. We're going to get real about it. And before I get started, I like William. I mean, what do you think about, Grubb, Ryan Grubb getting fired by Seattle and coming to Alabama? What do you think about it, brother?
Well, I'm kind of mixed on my feelings on that because, as we've all seen, what happened whenever Coach DeBoer came by and came down and we had Grubb for was it a day or a week or something? It wasn't long, and he's gone. So that's why I'm mixed. I don't know. Is it good or is it bad? Everybody says he's excellent as an OC. He's excellent at that. I don't. He isn't. And if, with us having the talent that we can get and have gotten and still have at Alabama, he's got a great team to work with. If he's that great, and I hope it works out. I do, but we'll see. You know what I'm saying? So I hope he stays. Go ahead.
I mean, I agree with you. I mean, before I get all up in breaking everything down here, I'm like, okay, I'm already heartbroken and trying to get a grips on this new way of playing college football where guys' hearts is not the reason they come to Alabama. Or they came because they want to play under Saban, or they came because they want to play under the Mighty Bear. Them days are gone. I mean, they're gone, and it's hard for me to let go. It actually hurts. It physically hurts my heart to let go of that because that's what I was raised in. That's what I saw. That's what was on the field. You felt it. It's hard to let go of it. And then with Ryan Grubb, he is a great offensive coordinator in college. We'll get in that here in a little bit. But when he said to our head coach that he would come to Alabama last year, he'd come with him from Washington. He comes down here and he stands up in front behind a podium to I think it's Red Elephant Club over there. I hope it ain't called Red. I hope it's called Crimson Elephant Club. Anyway, he got up in front of the podium in front of our boosters and said, introduced himself. Hey, you're the offensive coordinator. He said that. It came out of his mouth. Then he leaves a couple of days later, Seattle. That's a character flaw to me. I'm an old man. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I will do it or die trying. You will have I guarantee you right now, my handshake is worth more than my signature. And my signature is worth pretty good. But my handshake, that's a do or die.
Yes, sir.
A signature on a contract, I can get lawyers and fight that all day long. But my handshake and my word, that's totally different. He gave his word. It'd been different to me if he had never got up there and said nothing. They just left him till he found out what was going on the side, and whatever happens, I'd been much better about it. Don't stand up and give you your word. Go ahead, William.
Yeah, it's that reminds me of you talk about the handshake. That reminds me of the movie The Green Mile. There, whenever Tom Hanks held a sign out there and said, "You shake a man's hand when you make a promise to him." Now, he grabbed that fucker. He couldn't pull away. He said, "Now we got a deal, buddy. You are going to go to Briarwood, after this execution. You're going."
Right.
He grabbed that hand. And he couldn't pull it away, buddy, until he let go. So, yes, that's what I'd rather see than what you said, a signature.
Yeah.
And the board needed to clamp down on that fucker and say, you're with me now, buddy. You said you were. You came down here with me. You said you was coming. So you're here. And just because it's like this damn NIL shit there that we've been talking about before, you stay here for what you were brought here for, and whatever amount that was, that's it. That's it. You get an offer somewhere else better. We want your goddamn loyalty, man, or not. If you don't want to be loyal, we need to take you before a firing squad and nobody gets you. Boom. You know what I mean? Take care of it the old-fashioned way. Hell, piss on this shit here. Being able to just take off and run here. No, we ain't gonna do that. You're in here for blood, man. If we shake hands, then you're in. That's it. Go ahead, I'm on this shit.
No, that's fine. Jimmy Clay brings up a good point here. Bama's basketball. A very good point. Very good point. Head coach gave his players and the university his word. He's going to stay. He's going to take us to a championship. He's going to build this program as long as Alabama would keep their word and give him a good stadium, give him what he needs to be able to attract the top 5-star players. So far, both sides is keeping their word, and look where we're at. Look what he has done. He has built a number one program, and we think we're only ranked number 4 right now, but at least we made it to the big show, and we're most likely going to make it again this year. I'm pretty sure we have good talent, but I'm just telling you, it is awesome. It is awesome to get everybody up in here. It really is, because to me, word means the most, and that's what that's what I said. It's either going to be Grubb or Grubb Worm, because he ain't no different than the players we got. Every player we got, we don't know who's going to take the field. They all can leave they actually can leave during the year now, but they can leave before we get kickoff. So we don't know if he's going to be here. I hope he is. I'm pleased to have him. Y'all don't get me wrong. I think this is the perfect opportunity and for these 3 young quarterbacks to get, and our offensive line. Don't forget, Grubbs was the offensive line coach for 3 different colleges. So he understands the offensive line, the blocking schemes, and he is brass like Nick Saban was on the field, especially during practice. He'll get up there and chew some ass. He'll get all up in their grill. He ain't ashamed of it. He'll get all up in there, which we need. The ice cream truck's got to go. I'm just saying. I think it's a positive thing, but we don't know if he's going to be here until I see him on side. Well, excuse me, he's probably going to be another one of them that's up in the damn crow's nest. I wish they'd do away with it. God, that's a show for another day. The offensive coordinator needs to be on the field. I believe it. I can't help it. I believe in that. But back to it. Mr. Grubbs.
Yeah.
We don't know. I don't know. I don't feel good. I ain't going to get excited. If I get excited, I get hurt. I don't like it when I get hurt. I get hurt, I get mad. So I'm just going to say, good to have you here right now. God, I hope you stay. If you stay, it's going to be a great future. I hope you would sign at least a 3-year contract, minimum of a 3-year contract. Because Mr. Ryan Grubbs, if you're watching this, look at this old man. Look at me here. Look at me right here. Look at me. If you stay with Alabama for 3 years and you win the national championship at least 2 out of them 3 years, you can name your price on you want to be a head coach, you want to be an offensive coordinator, and whatever NFL team you want to go to, sir. That's just in 3 years, because you're at the University of Alabama, where legends are made. Legends are made. So please, if you're watching this, Mr. Grubbs, I'm just telling you right now, do at least 3 years. Do a 3-year contract and give your word and stick to it. 3 years. Win a natty, 2 out of them 3 years, you'll be the richest coach out there. I promise you. But that brings up another question. I got to ask you, Will. If Mr. Ryan Grubb, our new hire offense coordinator, was to agree with a 3-year contract, and he comes in here and he does win the natty 2 years for 2 years out of them 3 that he's here.
Yes, sir.
Who's the better coach? Our head coach, DeBoyer, or the OC, Mr. Grubbs? Who's the better coach? Just saying. Just throwing it out there. Makes you think, don't it?
You're going to throw that at me there. Sorry. I'm leaving old granddad alone there. Even though old granddad talks to me, and he's talked to me about this deal that Spencer's talked about. So old granddad's talked to me, but I ain't talked to him in a long while, grant you that. I ain't doing old granddad. No. But I'm saying...
I mean, what do you think? If he was...
But back to your question. Back to your question, yes, sir. Grubb or DeBoer? I love DeBoer's passion when he was coaching last year. Was his hands tied by wanting Sheraton to do well? I think that's it, but he should have stepped in there if that's the case. If Grubb does happen to be the better overall coach, but we don't know that he's coaching the defense too. Well, we know he's an OC offensive coach. So and DeBoer's supposed to be doing both of them, defense and offense, because he's a head coach over both of them, So I don't know. I think DeBoer's doing a good job. He may need to, fine tune some things, and he is doing right, I think. But I don't even know if Sheraton's going somewhere else or not.
No,
he might have a lesser position,
which I think that's a good thing. Then I think he needs to learn. He's too young. He got through into a mess that I bless his heart.
Right. But if Grubb happens to be the better coach, and so be it. Whether Alabama should see it that way, probably not. I mean, they'll probably stick with DeBoer since he was hired as the head coach. It's up to the boosters and whoever's on the board or staff or whatever. That's up to them to decide. So whichever way, so be it. I hope they can.
Just something to think about.
Everybody work together,
And
we're a team, brother.
And to be truthful about it, to be totally truthful about it. DeBoyer did damn good for what he was thrown into. The man comes in,
yes, sir,
following up the greatest coach in college football right now, Nick Saban. He had to follow him up.
Yes.
He didn't get a full time to get his recruiting. His team was still in the playoffs. So when Nick Saban left, that opened up the transfer portal for everybody on Alabama's team. They could leave at will. Boom, 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 boom. All right. He comes to Alabama, and he can't take nobody in yet. People can leave. I think Josh Pate has done the best job explaining this than anybody out there, what Coach DeBoyer had to face when he got here. The only thing he tried to do, and he did a pretty good job of it, is shutting down the floodgates, keep as many people there as he could, and recruit what he could until he could get out of the portal, because people was leaving the team left and right, and he couldn't bring nobody in. He was stuck. And for him to have a 9-win season with all that against him, Coach DeBoer's done a good job, brother. I'm sorry he has. Did we want to see more? Yes. Yeah. With the losses we take, the worst we have ever seen? Second. The kick 6 against Auburn is the worst I've ever seen, and that's under Nick Saban. But still, the losses we took last year was pathetic. I mean, pathetic. But still, he did a good job, got 9 wins. I mean, what do you think, brother? And I'll be right back.
Yeah, and while you're doing that there, when you come back, think about the dirt roads question there to us. But yeah, in response to what Spencer's saying about that, DeBoer just had to come in there and had to fall, one of the greatest ever. He's not the greatest, in my opinion. That's me. But, we've had 3-4 coaches that's greatest for Alabama. That's my opinion. And I'm going to stick, maybe even 5. I'm going to put Gene Stallings in there too. I'll throw him in there. But I'll tell you those later. But, he was following and we did a 9-4. It's not what we wanted, but look at Nick Saban's first. It wasn't no 9-4 season when he first got here. But he did make the promise, and I love Nick Saban's speech better than DeBoer's. I'm sorry, folks, but I did. He came in and explained himself exactly what was going to happen. He said, look, I'm coming here to make Alabama great again. It is going to be the best. And that wasn't no quote from off of Donald Trump or none of that. Get politics out of that shit, okay? But that's exactly what he said. I'm coming back to make Alabama what it is, the premier college that it is. And I'm here to do that. And he did that. Exactly what he said he was going to do. He is the most winningest coach, and he did it in such a time that he did in that time frame. We've got 6 national championships. Other people are 7-7. I don't count LS fucking whoever the fuck they are. They ain't shit to me. And they only got 1, the time that he had there. So big fucking deal. But you know what I'm saying? He's done a great job. I think DeBoer is. And if they keep him as the main head, and like I said, I seen his passion with our last game, with the season, his first season. I seen how he got out there, and he was cussing the damn fucking referee. What the fuck was that call about? What? That damn, and I still go back to that Oklahoma bullshit there. They took that damn fucking touchdown away from us. Took it away. A clear fucking damn touchdown. And they throw the damn flag like, oh, he made a touchdown. Oh, there it is on the 35-yard line. Let's bring out something happened here on 35. Let's go bring. I forgot what play that was. I'm not a damn football aficionado, and I don't know. I'm just saying what I seen was a throw and a touch fucking down. Go ahead, brother.
You're right.
And you want to answer dirt road for us?
Hey, Flat Rock, good to have you in here, sir. Good to see you. No, I agree with you. The other thing I really would like to talk about before I get into my thoughts on why he got fired after 1 year, which is a little confusing to me, but money talks and bullshit walks. We all know that. But another good thing, a great thing about having Ryan Grubb in here as a offensive coordinator, and I already talked about a little bit that he was a offensive line coach for 3 different schools. He knows he's got a weak line. He knows when he's got a weak tackle, a weak guard, a bad center. He knows this. He knows when his tight ends can't block. So he'll know how to make adjustments, in-game adjustments that Sheridan did not know how to do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad they're keeping him on because this young man does need time to have a little bit more tutoring before he gets cut out on his own. But don't forget, Mr. Grubbs, you're the one who put him in that position. But still, he will be able to make play calling, runs and passes to the weak point of our offense to go against the weak point on their defense. And I'm excited to see that part of it. His experience, his knowledge, his actually he's like his type of offense is new wave. Nobody else is really doing it. He's bringing his own twist to it. So I think it's going to be a great thing down here in the SEC. And once again, the biggest thing, and Stephen Hicks, you're right, the adjustments. This man will make in-game adjustments. Man, what do you think, William?
That's what we've been needing. We've been needing in-game adjustments. And, you know, if the quarterback that's in there at that time is not doing it, do like Nick and put out Jalen Hurts and put in Tua when it's needed to be. You know, take out Tua and put in Jalen whenever it's needed to be. You know, we need that kind of damn offensive coach again, and let's get it done. You know, so we didn't see a lot of that during this past year, and Nick Sheridan should have realized, and I don't know if he's just tender-hearted and didn't want to hurt Jalen. Milrose's feelings. You know, fuck it. You know what I mean? You know, these quarterbacks are going to get their feelings hurt. Yes. You know, if they want to hit the portal then and get the fuck out, then yes, go. But you know what I mean? You know, Jalen Hurts left Alabama because Nick Saban went to him and said, "Hey, you could get better trained there if you went to Oklahoma." You know, he just flat out told him, said, you know, it'd be better for you. You know, if you want to, that's my opinion. That's what he said. And he did. And you see what he did and did. So, but go ahead.
I enjoyed it. You're right, 100%. I love Jimmy Clay up in here too going, Vandy is on notice. And up the top it says Tennessee is on notice. You ain't lying, brother. You ain't lying. You are not lying. It's gonna be fun. I really think this year, if everybody stays with the program, if everybody stays here, who's here now, we're gonna have a hell of a year. I ain't gonna lie. I really believe that. And Jimmy, I ain't even gonna talk about the Boomer Soomers. That's gonna be one of the biggest ass whoopings that they're gonna get is gonna be from Alabama this coming year, or this year, 2025. There's no doubt in my mind. But there is one thing I had to bring up. Nate Oates was the head coach of the Alabama men's basketball team. He's got his players. Now, they get NIL deals too now, y'all. So he's having to deal with that, and he's having to deal with less people. So he's got a lot of attitudes, different attitudes, in a small group and making them all get along. But what he's got them doing is believing in him. The players believe in him. They want that hard hat. They want that again. Instead of getting the game ball, they're wanting that hard hat. They're working. They work hard for practice. They work hard during the game. Every single player or play to get that hard hat. And when somebody else gets it from him at the end of the game, nobody else gets jealous about it. They're happy for that player. That makes them want to work harder to get it on the next game. That is old school coaching right there from a basketball coach. That's where we need back in our football, if y'all understand my drift here. Go ahead there, William. What do you think about that, bro?
I like that idea. It's a competition, you know, and that's the way it should be with a team, you know. Sure, your teammates, that's right, but you know, we've heard it said before from different teammates on other teams that we had in the past. You know, we work to challenge each other out there on the field.
Right.
And that's what it is. It's a friendly competition, you know. And you know, the one player say to another, I'm going to do my best. You better be at yours, because I'm going to be right there. So yeah, it was that kind of thing set up back then, you know, back in the mid-teens, you know. And that's the way they felt, you know. I want to make you a better man by being the best that I am. So you better come prepared, buddy. I'm going to hit you hard. You better get ready to hit me.
When was it the Alabama football team scored over 100 points? When was it?
What year? Oh, hang on a minute. I'll look that up real quick. I got that right here. I think that was in 1926. I believe it was
1926.
I believe it was. Yeah.
I mean that's guys, and
22.
that's when they had leather helmets, y'all. There wasn't no such thing as targeting. They had leather helmets, and happy to have them. It's amazing.
Better than nothing.
That's what I'm saying. It's amazing how football has changed over the year. Now, don't get me, y'all know I wasn't there in 1928. I was born in 1963. I mean, just being honest with you. So I got to catch Bear Bryant. I got to get involved with his stuff. And it was great. It was wonderful. But I got, go ahead.
Okay, that was back in 1922. I got it right here. He said we scored 110 points against Marion Institute in 1922, which is an Alabama football record. 110 points.
1942.
22.
Ooh, good Lord.
Yeah,
I didn't know. You got me on that one. That was some good history right there. You didn't tell me that one. Good Lord, have mercy.
Yeah.
So what we got here? Alabama Tide says 122. Cucumber, and it got me on that one.
Cucumber.
I have no clue what you're talking about. I have no idea. Yeah. And George,
I don't know either.
Honestly, I've got to hope for the best. I've actually been praying for that. I don't know if God listens to this center, but that I hope that Grubb turns out to be a great offensive coordinator, and when he leaves us for a head coaching job. I really hope that, because we won championships under him. I really pray for that, because if not, if he just comes in from 1 year and just half-ass does it and turns out to be a grub worm, we're going to have to go fishing. Yeah, we're going to have to get something. We're going to have to get rid of that boy. Tell you that right here, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I mean, what do you think, William? If he comes in and drops an egg, which I don't think he will. I really don't. But you have to wonder. Everybody else is building him up. Yes, he is great. But don't forget what he's done. Don't forget the character. And the character of a man is his word. I will always say that. I will die saying that. And he didn't keep his word to Alabama. That's all I'm saying. Well, he now.
Right.
Well, he now. That's my point. What do you think, brother?
I agree. I want to say hello to 6-0. He's made it in here.
Hey, 6-0.
And all of our regulars there. Yes, sir. Stephen Hicks there. Motherfucker Jones there. Icebox. We know you're in the background. George Lambert, you're a faithful brother.
Stephen Hicks is a man. He is a man. And,
Motherfucker Jones, all of you, man. We love each and every one of you. If I missed you, we love you anyway. Just take it right there from that. But
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm taking death. We got Jimmy Clay up in here nowadays.
Yes,
I need
sir.
some backup on my softball. I need some backup on the women's hockey. I need some backup, y'all. And Jimmy Clay, he's with me on that one. We love the game. And so it's good to have him joining in now and get to give some feedback on the different games we got going on. But anyway, let's get back to the topic at hand.
Okay. I hope he's a grub and not a worm. I'm with you on that.
There you go. Why do you think that Ryan Grubb got fired actually before the end of his first season as offensive coordinator for Seattle in the NFL? Why do you think that happened?
Well, they didn't make the playoffs, that's for sure, in the NFL. So maybe that was it. I don't know.
I don't either.
You know, but maybe are they expecting immediate results? Maybe that's it. You know, and you know we might not get immediate results with him as ROC in the first year. I hope that's not the case because you know last season should have been his first season here at Alabama, but it didn't happen, and that's why we I think we still have questions for this season, but we'll see once we see spring game, or you know, of course they say the spring game, you're not going to see a whole lot from the team. You know, it's just like a practice for them. So I don't know. I hope that he comes in with a fire and a gumption, and we do see some results, you know, from the spring game. But what is that? Maybe what 3 months or whatever that they're going to have to practice for the spring game to get up to there. You know, right now it has to be inside because it's cold as hell down there. I know it's real cold up here, but
they can grip a damn football. They need to get to work. They don't know where they're going to be playing.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't know where your bowl games are going to be. You're going to make the playoffs. You don't know who you're going to have. You might have to go play in the snow. No, they ain't no mercy. You get out there and you get your shit down frostbit. You better put a heater underneath them nuts. I'm telling you right now, because you better get used to it. You want to deal with the wet ball? Get some gloves on, bro. Got to learn how to do that. You know, get some of that little lube stuff right there and put it on there and get all sticky and shit. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. But stay. Good Lord, no mercy. That's the problem we got right now. They're having mercy on these kids. The kids are running the football practices. The kids, because it's all about, oh, my panties are hurt. Oh, my God, I can't help it. I can't get them out of this knot. I got this hair hung in it. Yeah, it's got, and that's the nicest way I can put it.
I got to go visit the ice cream truck.
I could put that. I had other words in my mouth, and I had to bite it back. Sorry, it's a Navy in me. But we got to get back to teaching these young gentlemen how to be men. You got to learn pain comes with growth. Pain does. And Jimmy, you know, Ohio State been on notice. Oh, they're running scared right now, brother. They are running scared. They're losing everybody. That's what happens. You win a championship. And hell, look at Georgia. And we try to talk to the fans coming here. Georgia fans are welcome. We love all fans up in here. We had them last year up here running them chops, running. And we kept telling them, oh, yes, you went back to back. But guess what you got to deal with now? You're going to lose your coaches. You're going to lose your players. You got to rebuild. And what happens now? You saw what happened last year. It's not easy rebuilding. That's another thing that made our past coach so great. He was able to rebuild. And I'm hoping our coach DeBoyer can do the same thing. He's on the fast track to it. Let's hope he keeps going with it, and hope this Ryan Grubb is a good step to make that happen. Anyway, but for me on the firing, go ahead, bro.
Well, I just wanted to add to that because you was mentioning other people in the chat there, and we got some in the background that's probably not saying nothing right now, but a couple of fellas that works with me there, Jaden Hayden and Justin Davis, both of them. Well, I know Justin is a big Hawkeye fan there, so we're glad to have them in here with us too. You know, even though they're probably not saying nothing there, but you know, hey, they like me. So I don't know what's up with that, but Roll Down Tide anyway. Jayden's always coming by me. I say, Roll Tide to him. He'll say, Roll Tide. Now, whether he means it or not,
They'll want you to come on here. I mean, sir, if they want to make a comment about their team, that's what it is. We are a family. And once you're here, you got to be
I love both of them.
To everybody in here, straight up. You got to be respectful.
Yeah. Just like I'm respectful, whenever Justin wants to talk about it, I listen to him, and I comment with him there, so, and vice versa, and I tell him, I say, back whenever Caden Proctor went back to Allen, I said, y'all can have him, go ahead, ain't it? And he said, so y'all can have him back, so he tell me. So after he come back, so he's a good dude there. Roll Tide dude.
Have y'all in here. Thank y'all for watching, and for all the people that rewatches this afterwards, because they've got other shows they want to watch live and rewatch ours. We love you too. Thank you. Please leave some comments, because I do look at them, and I try to talk to you when I can. And our email is bamdownsports@gmail.com. If you want to talk back and forth, I check it every day, 4 or 5 times a day. Give me a holler. And just so you know, William, Stephen did leave his contact mailing address in our email. I'll give it to you after the show so you can get that shirt to him. But for me, Grubb being fired before his first season's over with. He actually got fired after a win. They ended up with 10 wins. Yeah, there's the shirt. You have a college coach, assistant coach at that, that's never been a head coach in college, and you bring him up into a system that just hired a new head coach, trying to rebuild. They've had a great offensive coordinator, used to be a head coach, just leave. So you're trying to fill them shoes with something you saw on tape that you really liked. You really liked how he did his play calling. So you bring the man up. You don't even give him 1 year. I mean, I was go at least 2 years. Go at least 1 year. Hey, man, it's different up here in the NFL. It's different. We got to have results now. We got to have this, got to have this. We only allow so many losses. We got a big playoff thing. We can get there with 7 losses. We can get there with 6 losses. Blah, blah, blah. But I need you to do things the way I want you to. And teach him. They didn't. They just cut him loose. So that kind of bothered me a little bit. I didn't understand that. I mean, I've done research. I've looked up. I've even Googled, why did they fire Ryan Grubb at Seattle? And I read all the articles in it. What I took away from everything I read, the reason that they let him go, number one, was he ran a pass-heavy game plan. But before y'all freak out now, because y'all like me. When I first read that, saying that, I'm going, oh, shit, here we can go again. We got great running back. We're going to lose our great running back if we don't start running the damn ball. We can at least throw them something. We got to have some runners in here. And I got to run that, but I got thinking, all right, he's in the NFL. He's got the best of the best around him. Why not throw the ball more? Even though if you had King Henry show you why you shouldn't. But still, I'm just saying, he's kind of pass happy in the NFL. The head coach wanted to run the ball more. And there's different columns, different statements that the head coach made to Ryan Grubb, his offensive coordinator, his assistant, to run the ball more. And Ryan Grubb refused to do it. His play calling didn't make that happen. So to me, that's a good reason to fire somebody. You don't want to listen to me? Fine, see ya. I'll get somebody that will. So that could be a reason. You had two hard heads butting heads. Nobody was willing to give. And, hey, you got to go, bro. That's it. Got to go. So that could be a problem there. But at least Ryan Grubbs and Coach DeBoyer have worked together for a long time. So there's no secrets there. There's no button heads on power struggle or none of that. So that really nails that one out. But then we got what the head coach said to the media after he fired, and I thought it was nice. I thought it was a very nice way for him to put it. He goes, Seattle head coach said that Grubb's offense was different from the one he had envisioned for his team. So that was a very nice way to depart. So neither one of them badmouthed the other one. So there's a little character right there. So I got to get up. There's a little character right there. What do you think, William?
I was just reading what Stephen Hicks said in there. I'm sorry, but
that's okay.
Yeah, but run game there. But if he's pass happy, you know, we've always been good at passing too. You know, I especially love that 2017 their national championship where we made that damn what was that 26 and second and 26 there to Devontae Smith there. That long pass at two throw there. I love the hell out of that. You know what I mean? And if Grubb can do that with our quarterback, whoever it's going to be, you know, then fantastic. You know, if we got if his running game ain't that good, you know, when as coaching, you know, he'll get the right one in there to do that. You know. What? Well, I'm on this shit. Well, yeah, he'll make the adjustment where he needs to be, and you know, no doubt about that. But you know, I don't know how it is on the run, but you know, if that's what he got fired for because he wasn't doing that, and fuck it, you know, I like a pass happy coach. I do. If we got the right quarterback that's pass happy, can get the damn job done, then go for it. So go ahead.
No, I'm just curious because Seattle finished the end of the year. They finished 28th in the NFL in rushing. There ain't that many teams in the NFL. That's pretty damn sad. Sorry, that's pretty sad. Pretty sad.
31-32.
And they beat. They played teams that the week prior got their butts whipped because the teams ran all over them up and down the field. Didn't have to pass much at all. But Ryan's game plan against them same teams the week after was pass happy. So hopefully we can get past all that, and the talent ain't the same here in college. I know where they think they are. They're getting paid. I think they think they're NFL already. They ain't. They're not going against the best of the best on every single play, on every single position. Straight up. They ain't. There's weaknesses to be found on every team. And that's one thing I'm excited about Grubbs, is he can find them weaknesses on defense. He can find them. And if he does, he will eat them alive. That. And I love that. I respect that. I have a lot of hope for it. But I can't get excited until I see him game day. Because right now, I think he can still leave. I think if another NFL team holds out and hollers at him, I think he'll leave us again. I really believe that. I need a man to be a man of his word. So I can be happy and get excited when you give your word to Alabama. Sorry. He's going to have to prove it to me, this old country boy. I mean, what do you think, Will?
Yeah, me and you, we're just a couple of fair weather fans there, but that's okay. We welcome fair weather fans there. If that's what you claim to be, as others has claimed that we are or whoever, but that's okay. We welcome you. But yes, I agree with you. You spoke about the NFL and the opposing team would always pass, and that sounded like to me a damn defensive problem then on Seattle. Okay, it's not offense; it's on defense. If you can't cover the other's offense, duh. Okay, so don't blame that on Grubb, but that's okay. We'll take it. I want him to be a grub for us, not a worm, but a grub, and do what we need to do on offense there and get the job done, whether it's passing, whether it's running. Just get the right quarterback for that can make his adjustments to either one. We're going to either run this or not. A game manager quarterback that can say, hey, I'm seeing how this is lining up already. I'm seeing right now how they're looking right now. Okay, this is a play we need to make right here, and then I'm going to call this here. And if I see something, make adjustment by what we're doing, I'll tell you that online, and we'll go to this play here. These two plays are what we're doing right here, okay? And do it that way. That's what we need, a game manager. I want a quarterback that's want to get in there and study the plays, first of all, during this time off, study the playbook, look at it, okay? And tell every one of his O-line here, this is what we need to do. Study this playbook. This is what we got. We're going to do it, and then go from there. And make the adjustments accordingly, and say, okay, this play right here, it's what they're lining up for. Let's go with that for this one here, particular one for that one. And then we go up there and line up. They make adjustments to that. We say, okay, this one right here. All of a sudden there. And then make a quick snap, do it, and be done with it. And we'll win. That'll make us a winner. Roll down tie. Go ahead.
No, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. I mean, we're running out of time here. We're almost on an hour. But, don't get me wrong. Alabama got caught with a lot of grief with all of our championships we've had because most of them, all the way back when even, was won with game manager quarterbacks. Really was. Most of them was game manager quarterbacks we won them with. And we call a lot of, well, he ain't no good in the NFL. He's just a game manager. That's all he is. He's just a game manager. And unfortunately, out of all the quarterbacks out of Alabama, they've been mostly right. That the game manager did not translate good in the NFL. So I do understand that argument. But I also understand how we won most of our championships at Alabama was with a game manager quarterback. But that being said, we have 3 quarterbacks this year. We have 3. Out of them 3, I only see one potential game manager, and that's Ty Simpson. But you have a new offensive coordinator coming in. You have 3 talented quarterbacks. You have a great quarterback room. So we don't know what type of offense Grubb's going to run. We don't know if he needs flashy or a game manager. So you got anything you want to say about that before we move on? Hey, AJ, anything before we move on?
Yeah, it's. I don't know if I'm repeating. I hope I'm not. But I want somebody that can adjust to what he sees.
Okay.
And if he can do it without actually having to call a different play from what they're doing, and if he sees that, and hopefully whoever's on the line or whatever they're supposed to be doing, if they're the ones supposed to be getting the ball, if they need to do like a check down and go to a 5-yard, or going down for a further
what
one
you're
down
talking
there,
about, you want quarterback
then
knows how
they
to
make
read
that
the field.
adjustment. But
How to
just
read defense is what you're talking
about. What they're saying, you know, do I leg to catch this ball, to throw somebody off, then that's what we'll do, you know. And I think that's what was happening in the 2017 game where we won the national championship there. I think they was expecting a dog leg, but it didn't happen. He went straight on down. And boom! 2nd and 26. Boom! Roll down time. Go ahead.
All right, y'all. We're getting ready to slide up out here. I do appreciate y'all. We tried to really keep that an hour. Once again, Jimmy Clay, great to have you in here, sir. This going to be awesome. I get to talk about softball this year. It's going to be great. I'm going to love it. George, Stephen Hicks, 6-0, Icebox, great to see you. Now, I thought I saw AJ in there for a second. Flat Rock, good to have you in here, man. I appreciate everybody. If I left somebody out, I do apologize. But right now, I'm going to get out here with some mighty great words of the one, the only Bear Bryant. Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.
You've got to be better in all three areas of life, which of course are spiritual, mental, and physical. You must be able to discipline yourself. If you don't learn but one thing out of football, it'll be worthwhile. There's certain sacrifices that you will have to make. There are going to be many sacrifices you have to make in later life. To fight. Oh, I don't mean fist fight. I mean to get up and come back and get up and come back and get up and come back again after you've been knocked down. And that could happen to you in later life. But if it does, you're going to know how to handle it. There's no one that ever has or ever will accomplish anything alone. I've read about self-made men. That's Tommy Rot, as far as I'm concerned. I don't even know how to define intangibles. And I know that if you learn these lessons, you'll have it. And if you have it, you'll win, and you'll be better prepared in those three areas of life that we've been talking about. That there are going to be times for everyone that you're going to get discouraged. But if you never lose sight of your objective and never give up on yourself, if we do that as a team, 11 at a time, well, 4 years from now, why, we'll be walking out of here